Miss Long from Lakeview Cottage Kids, and today what I want to do is show you how to make the cutest little beanie to go along with my soft and cuddly baby Afghan, or to just go by itself. But you'll see that I have the Bernat Softy baby yarn that's in the colorway Baby, same one that I've used on a couple different patterns for my baby blankets. And this is just a fun and quick beanie that you can whip up. I've used here a number 3 weight yarn, and it works up so well and so quickly. So it's a great addition to a baby shower gift, or to add into the gift with your baby Afghan that you've made from some of my other patterns. So let's get going. It's using a G hook and a number 3 weight baby yarn, actually. So this is the final project, or the final hat. You'll notice that I don't have all of the ends woven in yet, and I'll show that how to do that at the end. I'm going to actually do the demonstration using a different color. I'm going to use the pink. This one is called just pink, and it's the Bernat Softy Baby also. So I'll use that. It's the same brand and the same weight of yarn, just a little bit different color, which is fun to make a few of these in different colors to go with the pastel blanket. So let's get started. To begin with, as I said, we have our G hook, and what you want to do, leave 6 or 7 inches, and we are going to start with our magic circle or our magic ring. And in order to do this, and I do have a video if you can't remember how to do the magic ring, and then you can do that slower. But what we want to do is the magic ring with a chain 1. And then for this particular hat, the majority of the hat is made using a half double crochet, and then the last few rows at the end are done in single crochet. But to start with, in our magic loop, we want to do 7 half double crochets. There's 3 and 4, 5, 6, and 7. So we have all of our half double crochets here in our magic circle, and we want to pull that tight using the end that we started with. Pull that, and then we are going to connect each row by doing a slip stitch into the first stitch. Okay. Now we're going to do a chain 1, and then now you can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so now we have round 1 done, and we've slip stitched to the first stitch of that row, and now we're going to do round 2. So we do a chain 1, and we don't put anything in the stitch where we slip stitch the whole thing together, but in the next stitch we are going to do 2 half double crochets, and we will do 2 half double crochets in each stitch all the way around. So there were 7 stitches, so we will end up with 14 altogether, 2 in each of the 7. So we'll go all the way around. Okay. So this round will end up having 14 half double crochets. Okay, so there we have round 2. So now we're going to slip stitch and chain 1, and for round 3 we're going to do one half double crochet in the next stitch, 2 in the next, and then just repeat 1 half double crochet and then 2. So in the first stitch we'll do 1 half double crochet. In the next one, we will do 2. 1 half double crochet, and then in the next, 2. 1 half double crochet, and then 2. 1 half double crochet, and then 2. And then 1 half double crochet, and then 2. 1 and 2. 1, and in the last stitch, 2 half double crochets. So there we have round number 3. Slip stitch, chain 1. Now round 4, we're going to do 1 half double crochet, in the next stitch 1 half double crochet, and then 2 half double crochets in the next stitch. So it's a pattern of 1 half double crochet, 1 half double crochet, and then 2 half double crochets, and we repeat that all the way around. So there's 1, 1, and 2, and then 1, 1, and 2, and then 1, 1, and 2, one, 1, and 2, 1, excuse me, get my splits and yarns there, 1, 1, and 2, and then 1, 1, ending with 2 in the last stitch. There we are. Kind of flatten that out so you can see. So that's round 1, 2, 3, 4. And to end that, again, we want to slip stitch in the first and chain 1. So now we're going to do a pattern of 1 half double crochet, another half double crochet, another half double crochet. So the first 3 stitches in the first 3 are all half double crochets, and then in the 4th stitch is 2 half double crochets, just as we are getting bigger and bigger. So we do 1 half double crochet, 2, and there's the 3rd. So then we want to do 2 half double crochets in that next stitch. Then we do 1 half double crochet, another one, another, so we have the 3, and then 2 half double crochets, and then 1, give myself some more yarn here, so we have 1, 2, and 3, and then 2 half double crochets. First one, another half double crochet, third one, and then 2 half double crochets. Next, 1, 1, 1, and 2. Next, 1, 1, 1. Just double check that you've got the right amount. There was 2, 1, 1, 1. Now 2. And then 1, 1, 1. And in our last stitch, 2 half double crochets. Okay, and then we slip stitch to the first stitch of the round and chain 1. So you can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows. Now we're on the round 6, and this one we do 4 half double crochets and then the 2. So in the first stitch, 1 half double crochet, second stitch, 1 half double crochet, third stitch, 1 half double crochet, fourth stitch, 1 half double crochet, and then in the next stitch, 2 half double crochets. So then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 half double crochets. Then 1, 1, 1, 1, and then 2 half double crochets. Next, 1, 1, 1, 1, and then 2 half double crochets. And you can see with each row, we're getting our beanie larger. Next, do another 1, 1, 1, 1, and then 2 in the next stitch. And then we go again. 1, 1, 1, 1, and 2. And the last part of the pattern, 1 half double crochet, next stitch 1 half double crochet, the third one, fourth one, and then in the last 2 half double crochets, and then slip stitch to the first stitch and chain 1. And now our last increase round is going to be a series of 5. So in this round, it's going to be 1 half double crochet in the first stitch, 1 in the second stitch, 1 in the third stitch, 1 in the fourth stitch, 1 in the fifth stitch, and then 2 half double crochets in the next stitch. Repeat. 1 half double crochet in the first stitch, second, third, fourth, fifth, and then 2 half double crochets. Next one, 1, there's the second, third, fourth, fifth, and now 2 in that next stitch. Next, the first one, second, third, fourth, fifth, and the next stitch has your 2 half double crochets. Next one, the first half double crochet, second half double crochet, third, fourth, and fifth, and then in the next stitch, 2 half double crochets, and then 1 half double crochet, second, third, fourth, fifth, and then in the next stitch, 2 half double crochets, and then 1, the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, and then 2 half double crochets in our last stitch. And then we slip stitch and chain 1. Now, that completes doing all of our increase rows to the size that we need for our newborn infant beanie. So you can see here's our top crown of the hat. And now what we want to do is go ahead and just do the rest of the body of the hat. There will be no more increases. You'll just do half double crochets in each of the stitches. Slip stitch and then chain 1 and continue. Now if you take a look at my finished beanie, I wanted to just show you that after we do our increase rows, we have to do another 7 rounds so that we get the final body of the hat. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So starting right here, you'll have your row that just does 1 half double crochet in each stitch around. And then you'll slip stitch and chain 1 and do the next one until you have done that 7 times around. And then we will do our final 3 rows to give our nice edging to the bottom of the hat. So here we are after making all of our increase rows, and then I'll start here, and out of the 7 rows that we still need to make the full body of the hat, I'll get going and do the first row around, and then I'll let you work on that, and I'll come back when we're ready to finish with the last 3 rows. So we've done our slip stitch, chain 1, and now in the first stitch we do 1 half double crochet, and in each stitch around we'll do a half double crochet, and this will start forming the whole shape of our beanie. No longer are we going to be increasing. Now we're just doing the half double crochets in each stitch without doing any increases. Now I haven't mentioned this before, but as in all crocheting, the more consistent you can be with each of your stitches, the nicer your hat will turn out, the more professional looking stitches you'll have. It was interesting, one time I was at a craft fair, and more than one person stopped at my booth and said, "Now, you didn't do this by hand, did you? This was done by machine." And you can take that a couple of ways, I guess, but the fact was I took it as a compliment, which they meant it that way. But the fact was that they thought that the consistency of my stitches was so good, I guess, that it looked like a machine had done that. So again, I always want to emphasize, try to be as consistent as possible using the same tension all the way through your project, and really work to make sure that you don't have any split yarn stitches or that you make any mistakes. So you want to be sure to work as carefully and systematically as you can so that it all looks consistent. So here we're coming up on the last stitches. Just a few more left. And one more. And then the slip stitch into the first stitch of the round. And you can see how that is starting to bring, even in this first row, starting to give the beanie more of its shape. Now I'm going to do that for 6 more rounds, and then I'll be back and we'll do the finishing rounds with the single crochet. Okay. Okay, so you can see that I have finished the next 7 rows of half double crochet, 1 in each stitch around, and we're ready now to do the last 3 rows, or the last 3 rounds, which are all just single crochet in each stitch of each round. So I've already done my slip stitch and chain 1, and now in the next stitch, just a single crochet. And we'll just keep going around. It's just 1 single crochet in each stitch all the way around. And we'll do that for 3 rounds. And then we're ready to fasten off. So I will keep doing this until I get 3 rows of single crochet and a nice bottom edge. So that's what it's looking like so far. I'll meet you back here when I've got the 3 rows completed, or the 3 rounds completed. Okay, what I've done now is to do the last 3 rounds, and those, instead of doing the half double crochet in each stitch, these are single crochet in each stitch. So it was 3 rounds, and it gives that kind of a nice bottom edge to the beanie. So ready to fasten off. I've cut the yarn. We'll fasten that off. And now, give myself 5 or 6 inches. And now I want to just do the weaving in of the ends. And I've got one end here where we've ended off, and then I have the one end at the top of the hat where we started with our magic ring. So I'm going to tighten that ring up a little bit, take my yarn needle, and then I'm going to just work in the ends, just weave them in, go under in different directions here. I usually go around the stitches of the magic ring to start with up here. Go through a couple, 2 or 3 stitches at a time, and then I'll go through a few more going in different directions. Like such. And kind of cut back. You want to go in 2 or 3 different directions so that you're sure that this isn't going to come loose. So once I've done that, now I'm just going to cut that off. And then just have to do the bottom, and this one again, thread my needle, and I'm going to actually, the way I do this is kind of come from the outside to the inside, and then on the inside do my back and forth. I'm going to go under a few single crochets on the back, 3 or 4, then kind of cut up this way, go a different direction, and I think I'll come back this way a little bit, just for 3 or 4, maybe only 3. And then we will cut that off. And there we have our Pastel Newborn Beanie. And that'll fit a baby from newborn, regular size, all the way up to about 3 months. And this is beautiful if you give it as a gift with one of your patterns that you make using the Baby colorway in the Burnett Softy Baby. It looks beautiful. And again, as I showed you before, I have my Baby colorway making this beanie, and they make just a lovely set to give. And if you wanted to add a yellow one and a aqua one, they're just such a cute set that can go with that blanket. So that's the Pastel Newborn Beanie. You can whip that up so quickly, and it's such a nice gift, or it's perfect for your little one. So this is Chris Long. Hope you make one, and if you do, please post it on Instagram with the hashtag Lakeview Cottage Kids, and I'd love to see it. Take care. Bye.